Have you ever pondered about individuals who hail from countries that seemingly do not exist on our map? It's an enigma that captures the imagination, a riddle wrapped in the fabric of time and space. This is the intriguing concept of people who claim to be from unknown countries, lands that, for all our satellite technology and geographic knowledge, simply don't appear on any known map. This is not a tale spun from the threads of science fiction or fantasy. Real people living and breathing like you and I have been found, their passports stamped with the names of countries that are not recognized or known globally. Countries that, by conventional understanding, do not exist. Imagine you're an immigration officer and a man stands before you. He hands over his passport. It looks genuine, feels genuine. Yet the country of origin listed is one you've never heard of. You search your database, you consult your globe, but to no avail. The country simply does not appear to exist. This is not a single isolated incident, but a phenomenon that's been documented numerous times across continents over several decades. There's the man who claimed to hail from Taured, a country he insisted was located where Andorra sits. Or the woman who swore she was from Sandy Island, a place that showed up on maps until 2012, only to be declared non-existent after a scientific expedition. These stories are not just intriguing, they pose questions that make us question our understanding of the world. How is it possible for someone to come from a place that doesn't exist? What does it mean for our perception of reality? And what are the implications for our understanding of identity, nationality, and belonging? These are questions that don't have easy answers. They force us to confront the limits of our knowledge and the mysteries that still exist in our world. Each story, each individual, adds another layer to the enigma, deepening the mystery and challenging our assumptions. What would you do if you met someone from a country that doesn't exist on the map? Intriguing, isn't it? Imagine the bewilderment of airport officials when a man claimed to be from a country named Taured. Our tale takes us back to the mid-50s, to a bustling Tokyo airport. In 1954, a seemingly ordinary man stepped up to customs presenting his passport for inspection. Yet it was far from ordinary. The country of origin listed was Taured, a nation that simply doesn't exist. This wasn't a case of a simple spelling error or a prank. The man was adamant that Taured was a real place, a country he called home for his entire life. His passport seemed genuine, bearing the stamps of his previous travels, including trips to Japan, but the mystery deepened as his existence couldn't be verified. His company wasn't registered, his hotel had no reservations under his name, and his checks were drawn from a bank that didn't exist. Airport officials were baffled, unable to make heads or tails of the situation. They decided to detain the man overnight, placing him in a hotel room under police guard until they could get to the bottom of this bizarre incident. But when dawn broke, the man from Taured had vanished without a trace, as if he was never there. His passport left behind in the airport security room had disappeared as well. This strange occurrence left everyone scratching their heads. Was the man a spy, using a fake passport to confuse officials? Or was he a man out of time from a parallel universe where Taured does exist? Could he have been a time traveler lost in our timeline? Or maybe, just maybe, was he a figment of collective imagination, a ghost story that took on a life of its own? The story of the man from Taured has puzzled historians, scientists, and conspiracy theorists alike for decades. It's a tale shrouded in mystery, a tantalizing puzzle with missing pieces. Yet despite all the theories and investigations, one fact remains clear. Even to this day, the man from Taured remains an unsolved mystery. Now let's take a journey to Sandy Island, a place that vanished from Google Maps. Our tale starts with an ordinary woman, but her claims were anything but ordinary. She professed to be from Sandy Island, a place that was once a small dot on Google Maps but later removed. Yes, you heard it right, a place that was here one day, gone the next, and this woman claimed it as her homeland. Now, you might be thinking, how is this possible? Was it a glitch in the system? But the woman had her documents, her passport, even her birth certificate, all stating Sandy Island as her place of origin. The mystery deepened. The authorities were baffled. They cross-checked, they verified, they did everything in their power to validate her claims, but it all led to an island that didn't exist. It was like trying to find a phantom, a ghost island, if you will. The intrigue around her case grew exponentially. She became a sensation, a living paradox. She was the woman from nowhere, from a place that was but wasn't. The world watched with bated breath, the media ran wild with theories, but none came close to explaining the enigma that was the woman from Sandy Island. Was she a product of a parallel universe? Did she stumble upon a glitch in our reality? Or was she just an elaborate hoax? These questions swirled around her, creating a whirlpool of fascination and fear. The woman, however, remained unfazed. She insisted on her truth, on the existence of Sandy Island. She spoke of childhood memories, of people and places that were as real to her as our own experiences. Yet the world struggled to believe, for how can you believe in a place that doesn't exist? The case went cold, and the woman from Sandy Island faded into obscurity, but her story lived on. It became a part of the folklore of the unexplained, a testament to the mysteries that still lurk in the shadows of our understanding. The woman from Sandy Island, another enigma that leaves us questioning the reality we live in. These stories ignite a fire of curiosity. What could possibly explain these mysterious occurrences? In an attempt to unravel the enigma of individuals emerging from seemingly non-existent countries, a plethora of theories have been suggested. Some propose the existence of parallel universes or alternate dimensions, where Taured and Sandy Island do exist. These theories suggest that these individuals inadvertently crossed over from their dimension into ours, resulting in their puzzling predicaments. Others propose a more terrestrial explanation. They suggest that these cases might be elaborate hoaxes designed to baffle authorities and capture public attention. The individuals might have forged their documents, creating fictional countries to fuel their riddles. While this explanation might seem mundane, it doesn't make it any less fascinating, as it points to the lengths that some people might go to weave an intricate web of deception. Yet another group of theories looks at the possibility of human error. In a world where the majority of our knowledge is digital, it's not entirely impossible that some data, like the existence of a small country or an island, could get lost in the shuffle. Inaccurate map-making or documentation errors could lead to the erasure of these places from our records, turning their inhabitants into enigmas. Some theorists take a more metaphysical approach, suggesting that these individuals might be time travelers, lost in eras not their own. This theory, although far-fetched, adds an interesting layer to the mystery and makes us question our understanding of time and space. As we delve into these theories, it's essential to remember that they remain just that, theories. They are attempts to explain the unexplainable, to make sense of the seemingly nonsensical. And while we may never find definitive answers or proof, these theories keep the mystery alive, fueling our curiosity and our quest for understanding. As we explore these theories, we realize that the world is much more complex and mysterious than we often consider. As we delve into these stories, we are reminded that there are still mysteries that baffle us to this day. We've journeyed through the enigmatic tales of the man from Taured, the woman from Sandy Island, both hailing from places that, according to our maps and knowledge, simply do not exist. Yet they held in their hands undeniable proof of their origins, documents that bore the stamp of their unknown homelands. These stories take us back to a time when our world was less charted, less known. They serve as a reminder that even with the advent of sophisticated technology and the breadth of our accumulated knowledge, there are still corners of our world shrouded in mystery, waiting to be unraveled. We've also explored various theories and explanations attempting to solve these mysteries. From interdimensional travel to elaborate hoaxes, from memory distortions to undiscovered territories, the possibilities are as intriguing as they are mind-boggling. But what these theories ultimately underline is the fact that we still have much to learn, much to explore. In our quest for knowledge, it is important to keep an open mind, to not dismiss the unexplainable as mere fantasy, but to approach it with a sense of curiosity and a desire to understand. For it is only through this pursuit of the unknown that we can hope to push the boundaries of our understanding, to expand the horizons of our collective knowledge. And so we circle back to the beginning, to the very essence of our journey. The world is still a mystery, a puzzle with pieces yet to be found and placed together. It's a continuous journey of discovery, of mapping out the unknown, of seeking answers and finding more questions. In a world that is ever-changing and full of surprises, it's these mysteries that remind us that there's always something new to discover, even in the seemingly familiar.